producers, there's only so many people at that time in 2008 that could get played on the radio. And now it's probably even smaller, right? There's like 10 artists with, you'd always hear a certain artist over and over again, and then there's like a 10 artists maybe. And the producers, the top producers, grab their best songs and save it. And when they think that what they'll do is we would get a lot of demos from people, and it'd be like, wait, who's singing this demo? And they'd be like, oh, Pussycat Dolls, but don't worry about that. What happened was Pussycat Dolls recorded it, and then they didn't want it. And the producer's like, you take it. They're trying to place their songs, right? So, but when a producer gets, although we did do one of those, Lights, Camera, Action, was first recorded for the Pussycat Dolls, but it was meant for us, so that worked out great. But the top producers, if they find a gem, they hold it. Right? And they sort of wait, and they wait till the album of the artist they're looking at is almost done. And at the end, right when you think you're done, it's like, all right, album's done. And they go, no, it's not. Here comes Timbaland with the song, or here comes Teddy Riley with a song, and that started happening. And the problem was the songs were great. So we were close to the finish line, and Joe and I went to a basketball game. We were going to the Celtics and Lakers championship game in 2008. Sorry. And Jimmy Iovine from Interscope Records. I had signed Marky Mark to Interscope Records in 1991 and produced their first #1 song that label ever had, Good Vibration. So Jimmy and I reconnected when we felt we had enough music to get the album going, to get an album deal. And so the Celtics won the championship, and I didn't have tickets in LA, so I called Jimmy. I said, hey, I need your Laker tickets to go to see the Celtics tonight. So Joey and I hopped in the limo with the producer, Polo the Don. And Polo was produced Usher and all these huge hit records. And he kept playing this record in the car. And we're close to the finish line of the album. And it's like, he played it, and he played it, and he played it, and it was a song by Neo, and we're like, but we're talking, he's not, we don't know what's going on, he's just playing it, and yeah, so what have you guys been up to, and where do you want to go to eat after the game? And played it again. And I don't know how it came to be, but maybe a week it was, right? Later, Joey called me and was like, hey, I just heard Jimmy Iovine wants us to do single. And I was like, that song in the car that Polo kept playing over and over, the Neo record? And he was like, yeah, I'm going to sing it now. And we went and did it, and so the album extended, and that became a process. That whole recording of that song was a process.
And to piggyback on, Jimmy Iovine and Donnie's relationship with Jimmy Iovine and Jordan's relationship with Jimmy Iovine and for his solo album. But, Jimmy Iovine's, for those of you who don't know, he's a legend in the music business, as far as, I think he started engineering Beatles records. And so, he's a legend, and that, having that kind of a guy can slow things up too, right?
Yeah.
Because, and Donnie's so
need
good.
the rights, just one more song.
Yeah.
We're missing one.
Right. And I'm the kind of guy banging your head off the wall like, I'm done, we're done, let's go, and you have to juggle that, and of course we did, and, to your point, like Teddy Riley, all these great people, they'll start, and talk about songwriting and all this stuff, seeing that and enjoying you hadn't been in the studio in 15 years or something, writing? So it was just all that energy and all that focus was great to watch, and frankly I'm glad, because I wrote music too, but talking about the dynamics of the group, I feel it was heaven sent that I didn't feel the need to write, you know what I mean? Because that can stop up the flow of it too, you know what I mean? But what I was focused on was singing as much shit as I could get my hands on. When you got Jordan Knight and Donnie Wahlberg and these other guys in the group, you gotta grind sometimes. So, and that was one of the songs. and it was single. And I think I called. It's not like I knew, but like I was literally in the car at 10:30 at night, driving to the studio. Like I'm going now, you know. And it was the Neo song. It was single, and I went in there, and luckily Adam. I mean, that was a clue too. We had been working with Adam, Nasri's partner, so they let him record the vocals, that's the little things that are important to do because we had a comfort level already with him, and it's like, let's go. And I went in there, and I just connected with the vocal, and we got a great vocal, and you know, these guys support me all the time. And Jordan, you don't always say much, but I do remember everything you said. He did like 2 bad things to me my whole life, and I remind him all the time. He stole my cheeseburger once. Anyways, but you were impressed with my vocal. The next day, you're like, yo, you're like, you gave her one of those, like, you're like, yo, and I was like, yes. So that's what I remember about that song. And then you went in and sang the chorus, and you killed the chorus, and then Jay finished it off, and so for a second, it was gonna be, we thought it just might be our record.
Right.
But the backstory, we're gonna talk about that all the while, like, Neo.
Neo was not happy about this.